I was a dusty bum, conniving, lying, roach stealing thief. Hey loves, welcome back to Life as Lee. I'm Alicia, and today you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys this story about how I was a dusty bum, conniving, lying, roach stealing thief. I'm not proud of this moment in my life, but you know, not too much on me because I definitely was young. But still, that's unexcusable. Like, what I did, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. But before we get into the story time, you guys, I'm at 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. But let's get into the story, okay? So this was back in, I want to say 2008. I was between the ages of 7 and 9. I know that for a fact. So I'm gonna just say I was like 8. Yeah, I'm gonna just say I was like 8. So back then, my dad used to buy me these cell phones from the liquor store. Like, they were either I had like 4 phones within like the whole year because they're little cheap, like little prepaid phones, and like they would always stop working. But I don't know, like I just always wanted a phone. And now that I think about it, I was honestly one of the very few people in my class that had a phone in elementary school. But anyway, so he always used to buy me little flip phones, and like the little phones that had like the screen and then like the buttons on the bottom or whatever. And you know, I was thankful or whatever, but you know, at a point I wanted something new because my friends at school, not all of them, but like a few of them, they had these like cute little flip phones, and they wasn't on minutes, okay? They was on their parents' phone bill, okay? So I was like,
put me on the phone bill.
So I went and asked my dad, and I was like, oh, can, like, you know, I have this phone? And I think it was a Razor at the time. Y'all remember when Razors was popping? Yeah, I think it was a Razor. And he dead ass looked me in my face and said no. Flat out said no. Like, you're literally 8. Like, what do you need a phone for? Like, I put minutes on your phone. Like, he gave me this whole speech.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I was upset. I wasn't trying to hear it, whatever. So that's just like a little bit of background information. So I lived in this apartment building, and there was a whole bunch of kids in the apartment building that were like my age, or like maybe like 2 years older, 2 years younger, like, but we were all like this, you guys, and we were all very close, like, in age. So we all used to play outside, like go to each other's house, like sleep over each other's house. Like, it was like a big family. Like, all our parents knew each other. Like, it was just so cute. Like, I honestly, if you used to live in my building when I was little, hey, I miss you guys. But yeah, so I had this one particular friend. I'm gonna call her High Tech. So me and High Tech were like really cool, and we always used to play outside. Like, she always used to come get me, or I always used to go to her door. You know, I used to knock and be like, oh, can High Tech come outside? Or she used to come and be like, oh, can Alicia come outside? So we were like actually like cool, we were close. So one day we were all playing outside. It was me, High Tech, and I'm not gonna give the other people names, but it was like 3 other people. Actually, I'm gonna give one girl a name. Her name is gonna be Snitch, okay? Her name is gonna be Snitch. So it's me, High Tech, Snitch, and like 2 other girls. We're all playing outside or whatever, and High Tech comes and she shows her phone, and she's like, oh, y'all, like, look at my new phone. Like, my dad just bought this for me, da-da-da. And everybody else is like, oh, like, let me see High Tech. Like, oh, girl, this is nice. Like, this is nice. Mind you, I'm big mad over there, like,
yeah, it's cute. Like, I guess, like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's nice. Like,
I was such a hater back then. Like, why were you mad? And honestly, like, when I look back at this, like, you had no reason to be mad, because you guys, I I honestly was a material girl. Like anything I asked for, especially my dad, like I would usually get. So you have no reason to be mad. Like your dad told you no for one thing and you're mad, like, and you have a phone, like you're ungrateful. But anyway, so I was jealous and I was just like, okay, like, ooh, she got a high-tech phone, like whatever, knowing I wanted it. High-tech got called in her house, I think by her brother or something, or I don't know if she had went in the house to get something or something, like I don't know, but she went in the house and she left her phone like on the stairs. So everybody else, like Snitch and the other girls, are playing or whatever, and I'm sitting there next to her phone. And I literally remember this, like I vividly remember this, you guys. I sat there and I debated, like, wow, like I really want this phone. Like 8-year-old me, I was just really in a daze about this phone, like especially hers. Like she had a razor and it was like a pink, I mean no, it was a green, like this, literally this shade of green, a green case. It had blue hearts on it, pink hearts, red hearts, like it had multicolored hearts on it. And she had the ringtone Girlfriend by Bow Wow and Omarion or whatever. So I was like, I really like this phone, like I want this. So I debated, y'all. I was sitting there and I was like my parents did not raise me to be no thief, but like I want this phone. And my dad said no. So I took the phone, I put it in my pocket, and I had walked back to my apartment building. Sorry, not my apartment building, my apartment. So I go in my house and I immediately go to my sister's room and I put the phone like under her bed. So I put the phone under her bed and I go back outside. Y'all, this is a time span of like, I want to say maybe like a minute and a half. Okay, I go back outside. High-tech is crying real tears, y'all. She's like,
my phone, I can't find my phone. Like, oh my gosh, like, I can't find my phone. Like, I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, I just got this phone. Like, I'm gonna get in trouble.
So Snitch and all the other girls are like,
oh my god, like we're gonna help you look for it.
Me, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna help you look for it too, like knowing I have the phone. So we all start looking for the phone. Mind you, I'm half-assed looking.
I know something you don't. I know something you will never know.
I'm looking. So we ended up not finding it, of course. And like everybody goes in the house and yeah, that was like it for the day. You know how it be when something drastic happen, like that just be it. Everybody just dispersed. So I go in my home and I go in my sister's room and I'm taking the phone from under the bed and I'm sitting there just going through the phone, like playing with it and just like having a ball with this girl phone, like, and it starts ringing. And remember I told you guys that it had the ringtone Girlfriend on it, like, so it's ringing loud and the song is just playing like, yeah, that's my girlfriend, that's my girlfriend. And I remember really just being like, oh my god, like how do I turn it off, like how do I turn it off, like, because I didn't want nobody to know I had it in the house either. And I could not get it, like, how are you stealing and you're dumb, like so Snitch used to come over my house all the time. So she comes over and I put the phone back under the bed like before she got in my house. So she comes in and we're chilling in my sister's room. First of all, I don't even know why we were in my sister's room because like this is not your room, but we were in there. And what happened? The phone is ringing because obviously they're trying to find it. So the phone is ringing off the hook or whatever. So Snitch comes in and she tells me like, yeah
girl, like everybody is outside looking for high-tech phone, like.
And I'm like, what you mean everybody? She's like, girl, her mom, her aunt, her cousins is out there, like everybody is out there. And honestly, like a lot of High-Tech's family lived in the same building as us, so it was actually a lot of them. But like I said, like we were all like very cool, but that's her actual family. So they're all searching and stuff, and I'm getting nervous because I'm like, oh, wait, the whole family's there. Like I thought I thought she was gonna let it go. Snitch was like, girl, no, they are on it or whatever. All of a sudden, like, she just gets quiet, and I'm like, and I just hear the phone ringing, and she's like, what is that sound? And I'm like, I don't know. She's like, what's that sound? So I go get the phone and I show her, and I'm like, okay, like, please don't tell nobody I have it. Like, don't tell nobody I have it. Like, I promise, like, I'm gonna put it back on the stairs. Like, don't tell nobody I have it. And Snitch is like, no, like, I'm like, Snitch, no, like, don't tell, like, I'm gonna give it back. Like, I'm gonna give it back. It's like, okay, well, like, you need to give it back, like, for real, I'm not playing. But she like, let's go outside and let's, you know, act like we're looking for the phone. So we go outside, and High Tech's aunt, I'm not gonna give her a name because it's not important, she comes to me and she's like, have you seen High Tech's phone? Y'all, before she could even say, have you seen, I literally was like, nope. And she was looking at me like, these were her exact words, like, she paused and was like,
okay, well, I was just asking, you know, have you seen it?
and I was like,
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. Like, no, I've been looking for it all day. Like, I haven't seen it.
y'all, Snitch comes from behind me and says,
She has the phone.
and now I'm just looking dumbfounded because everybody is looking at me, and I'm just like, no, I don't. High Tech's aunt is like, okay, well, Snitch, like, if you know she has it, like, can you show me where it is? Girl, Snitch went inside of my home and got it from under the bed and gave it to her aunt. And then at the same time, I think my sister had came home, and like, it was like this whole thing. Like, it was like this whole thing. I'm sure I got a whipping for it. And like, it was like this whole thing. And like, of course, like, my sister and like my parents were apologizing to them and stuff or whatever. And I'm sure I had apologized later on that week. And like, for a little minute after that, like, nobody wanted to play with me, you guys. Like, nobody wanted to play with me. I was like the thief of the apartment building. Like, it was so embarrassing. Like, one time they had invited my little sister out to, I think, like a baseball game or something, and I had asked them, like, could I come? I'm talking about like High Tech's family, and they literally was like, oh yeah, like, we're not going anymore. The whole time they went to the game, they just told her they wasn't going no more because they didn't want me to come. You guys, I had never been shunned like that in my life. Like, in my life. Like, but eventually they had came back around because they knew I wasn't that type of child. But they knew I wasn't gonna do no shit like that again. And I honestly wasn't. Eventually, High Tech forgave me and we became friends. We're still friends to this day. Honestly, we're kind of like cousins. Like, honestly, because we grew up together and stuff. We're still cool to this day. Let me tell you guys a little lesson that I have learned from this, though. One of the lessons that I learned from this that I hold on to this day, which was, this was probably the worst way for me to learn this because I shouldn't have been doing this, but I learned, y'all, and I want y'all to keep this in y'all mind too. Don't tell people or show people what y'all got going on because they will sabotage you. You see, Snitch went and told I had that phone. I could have just kept the phone and everything would have been fine, okay? So don't tell nobody your plans. Don't tell nobody nothing, okay? Let them see. I should have just went outside with the phone, took the case off, and acted like it was my phone. But no, that's wrong. Don't do that. But no, seriously, don't tell people y'all business because they will try and sabotage you. That was a weird way for me to learn that, but that has stuck with me. But I'm not gonna lie, ever since that day, I have not stole from anybody ever again. I don't like the feeling of being looked at as a thief. And I don't like the feeling of like I just stole from somebody. Like, that's not cool. But that was basically the end of the story. And I know you guys like my story time. So if you guys want to hear more stories about me and my clown ass life, comment down below and I will definitely do more story times. But in the meantime, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, loves.